What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero.
And Lizzie.
And welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, we don't know what happened.
Because it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Winter break happened, so it's actually been three and a half, almost a month.
Probably a month.
Yeah, since we've actually recorded, so we are not super fresh up. We've been talking about what's happened in this investigation in this chapter so far to kind of refreshen ourselves.
But
we're not like
100%.
We'll catch up, and things will come back to us as we go through it, so don't worry. But this trial might have just gotten a little bit even more difficult.
Yeah.
But anyways, Nanami is here and asking Monokuma something. Gonna take a guess from the music.
Oh yeah, I think asking Monokuma or Monomi. I don't remember.
It's the music for like whatever.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is Monokuma's music.
Not gonna pretend like I actually knew that, but please, Nanami.
Since you're here anyway, can I ask you one more thing? You know, I just wanted to confirm one of the class trial rules.
I see. As expected of you, you're very strict about games.
I don't want to consider this a possibility at all, and I don't even want to think that someone would do this. But if two cases occur at once, what happens if there are two killers?
Ooh.
I guess it's like, would there be two class trials or something like that?
Would there be two class trials? Then who would go first? Technically just chronologically, but
like then that would give away.
And that would give it away something, right? Eh?
Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Ibuki and Sayonji were killed by two different people. Man, I have to get back into that.
Been a while.
That would mean that two killers exist at the same time, but we can only vote for one person, right? If we can only choose one based on a majority vote, then the other person could certainly achieve victory.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So, what happens in that case? What about a case where there's 3 incidents instead of 2, or 4 incidents overlap with one another?
Shut up! It's okay, I'll make extra sure something like that never happens, so it's not the case this time.
Yeah. Meaning, 2 killers can't exist at the same time. So it's safe to say that applies to this case too, right?
Ugh. Alright, fine. That's right, there's always one killer at any given time. Okay,
so
I guess
we
that's
have
good
information.
to know. That also could mean, like in DR1, that either Ibuki or Sayonji was involved in one of the others.
In it and then died.
Yeah. Even if they had an accomplice, I'd have you figure out who the mastermind is. Man, I ended up giving you a huge hint. She made me say it.
Good girl, Nanami.
Yeah, good girl, Nanami. Gamer brains are not to be underestimated. I should just shut up and go back to my cave.
Yeah, you should.
I feel you on that. I see, so there's no possibility for 2 killers to exist at the same time. With this, I guess that narrows things down a little bit. Also, there's something I forgot to mention. Let me know if you guys can tell the difference in recording quality. I've got a new computer.
Oh yeah, he's not recording on that old piece of crap anymore.
That was my baby, don't hurt it.
It was really old.
No, it was
way
so
past
bad.
its time.
I'm sure I'll do some sort of setup video, but just for a quick little rundown, it's 4 or 5 years old. It's got an i3 Intel processor, no dedicated graphics card.
It had no battery life whatsoever, so it had to be
literally like 5 minutes of battery life. And now I've got an i7 processor and a dedicated graphics card and a lot more RAM and stuff and a bigger screen and a nicer looking screen that displays the wonderful colors of Danganronpa a lot better. And I don't have to use Lizzie's computer at the same time to record audio while I'm recording video on my computer, so stuff doesn't lag. Like, it's a big upgrade.
Yeah, let me know if you can tell the difference.
If you can't, that's okay, as long as it doesn't look worse.
Yeah. But if you can, let us know. That'd be cool.
And you might not even notice on something like very basic like this, maybe during the class trial or a cutscene or something.
Yeah, that makes things a little easier.
Plus, if the same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people... Man, it's been a while since I talked like that.
Yeah.
I had to think for a second. I was like, oh shoot, that's right, Tanaka's voice.
Yeah.
It means the 3rd victim would be impossible. Imitation murder breakthrough. You guys keep saying that and it sounds strange to me. What do you guys mean by imitation?
Oh right, they kept talking about that imitation murder from that movie that Hirata hasn't seen, that we also have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh yeah, that's so right.
Yeah? Could it be you haven't seen it?
Seen it? Seriously? Seen what?
Like I said, that movie. When we first explored the island, Monokuma was passing out invitation tickets.
Then the imitation is... Oh, something I've seen in that movie. Of course, it's an imitation of that movie.
Well, based on the murders this time, it closely resembles the movie, as if they were copying it.
As if they copied the movie. I see, Komaeda mentioned something about that. That it can't be helped, I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings? You should come by later too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously the movie theater.
I see. So you haven't seen it. Still, it's not too late, I think.
I think.
Yeah. It's probably a good idea if you watch that movie before the class trial starts.
Looks like I need to do that.
Then I should get going too. There are other places I want to investigate.
Cool.
Where do you intend to go next, Nanami? Probably the hospital, for sure.
Probably the
hospital. For sure. The first victim, Ibuki, was there. I don't know what was going on at the hospital in the first place. Thanks to that despair disease, we could not go there for some time.
Yeah, it was all the despair disease's fault, not the people who refrained from going.
Completely
It's entirely the disease itself.
Not everyone who decided to, like, self-quarantine them.
Yeah. She's right, it might be good for me to investigate the hospital too. There might be some clues related to Ibuki's death. For clues related to Saionji's death, I should try going over to the motel. There's still a lot of things I can do before the class trial. I'll definitely give my all until the end. Alright, so I wonder, where do we have to go? Do we have to go to the motel? The hospital? Or the movie theater? Which one do you want to go to first?
I kind of want to go to the movie theater first.
Alright, let's do that. Give us a little movie to watch. Test the true quality of this video.
Yeah, just because I think if we find any clues in the hospital or the motel, we should
the
know that it's related to, like, that murder, right?
Gotcha. Oh, something else I want to mention is that I hope a lot of you guys were able to catch up. I know we were uploading a lot over the time, and some people, you know, jump on the bandwagon of this Let's Play a little bit later, but I hope a lot of you guys had the chance to catch up while we had winter break and weren't uploading as much.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys enjoyed Corpse Party during that too, because if you guys like the stories and stuff, the complex puzzles and all that, from Danganronpa, I'm sure you like that too.
Yeah. Hey, Komaeda!
Hey, Komaeda, it's been so long. We missed you. Kind of. Why, hello there, Hinata. I knew you'd come here. That means you noticed it too, right? The case this time is an imitation case in which the killer used the movie as their theme.
Shut up, Komaeda. We haven't seen the movie yet, man.
Hinata's like, oh my god, I'm sick of hearing that this is an imitation case about a movie I haven't seen yet. Everyone shut up about it being an imitation case. I wouldn't know. I haven't watched that movie yet. I see. Then you really should watch this movie first. Hey, manager. The customer's here.
Monokuma, knew it.
Yes? Did you call me? Huh? Hinata's the customer. Do you have a problem with that? And you said you didn't want to watch it. But I knew you wanted to see it all along. If that's what Tsundere Hinata looks like, then you're really a tough guy. Tsundere Hinata. Oh my gosh. You were so devoted to being Tsundere, you even bought the Monokuma sticker for $1.5 million.
Yeah.
You paid $1.5 million for a sticker? Hey, you have no idea. That thing is limited edition. It's nothing. In exchange for not watching this movie, Hinata paid $1.5 million for a Monokuma sticker. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Komaeda? Stop it. But my resistance was in vain, and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker. Ooh, that's a violation of privacy.
I feel like that's like very... Ooh.
Yeah, violation of his personal space. See, it's this one. I'm sorry, I was born stupid. That's so funny.
Yeah.
You bought this for $1.5 million?
Hinata, if we're gonna have a life together, you really need to get your spending in check.
But in the end, he's still gonna watch the movie. Who cares about that anymore? Just hurry up and give me an invitation ticket. Okay, here you go. It already says so on the invitation ticket, but it's only effective today at this time. By the way, I can only give away one ticket per person. You only have one chance to watch it for free. I've already stamped today's date onto the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat. Don't worry, I only plan to watch it once. I feel like that's important in determining when people watch the movies.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, do you have your ticket to prove when you saw the movie,
saw it,
right?
Yeah.
Then I'll go prepare the projection reel. Please wait a bit. Okay.
Oh, yeah. He's about to suggest the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much like, when did you watch the movie?
Yeah.
And it'll be important to say that he watched it after the murder, so he couldn't have been invitation.
Made it, yeah.
Right. Hinata, about that invitation ticket, I strongly recommend you keep that safe. Huh? Why? No reason, just think of it as a protective charm.
Yeah, because so people accuse him would be like, well, obviously this is an imitation of a movie that I hadn't seen yet, so like...
Right. And Komaeda, of course.
Komaeda always looking out for his boy Hinata. Hinata
for...
doesn't even notice and doesn't even realize how much Komaeda cares about him.
Unrequited love of Komaeda.
Yeah.
Movie's invitation ticket has been added to the Truth Bullets section. Let's look at the ticket. The Wizard of Monokuma 2.5D. It's pretty funny.
Yo, 2.5D though! We talked about that in one of our classes like last year a ton.
It's a really deep concept, but
I
guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes his preparations.
Let's talk to Komaeda.
I wonder if we're gonna end up chatting with Komaeda. Hinata, I can't believe you bought that thing, and you paid $1.5 million for it too. But even you said you should have just settled with money to get out of seeing that movie. You're right, but that means I would have had to buy that thing. You know? Just leave me alone. Oh. Alright, so I guess what else do we want to look at in here?
It seems like a decent amount. Let's look at the goods corner again.
Goods corner? That reminds me, that item should be on top of the counter.
The bag.
Oh, yeah, the bag with a bunch of, what's it called? This one looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth with a decal of Monomi's face on it.
That was the one that Eva used to cover her face.
Oh, that's right. Did that catch your eye? It's an all-purpose tote, yada yada yada. Only one person can have it. Interesting. If the tote bag is gone, that means... Whoa there, were you interested in buying that tote bag?
No, I wonder if he's gonna tell us who bought it.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Well, that's just too bad. It's already sold out. Who'd you sell it to?
Okay. Well, fine.
Stupid, there's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that'd reveal who the killer is. So who the killer bought it. Yeah, please, Monokuma.
Thank you, Monokuma.
Thank you for that. Yeah, you screwed up. I remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right? It's not limited to one. It's more like it's limited to one person.
What does that mean? Is it like one?
So there were multiple bags and one person bought all of them.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I think that's what this means.
Okay.
What's the difference? When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes. For some reason, hearing you say that pisses me off.
It's like when Monokuma's the cow. Yeah, I'll like test it.
I don't know if that means that there were multiple ones that could have been bought and one person bought all of them, or if there was only one, but you got another one for free if you bought it. So that means one person could have bought it and there were two, and that means one of them could have been stolen from that person, or that person could have given that like extra bag to another person.
And then that person could have been the
So there could be two people with the bags.
Yes.
As opposed to just the one person who bought it.
One bag, yeah.
Right. So analytical. I missed this about Danganronpa. Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue. Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away.
Alright, let's go. I'm excited too.
Tanoshimi, tanoshimi. This is exciting. It means like looking forward to doing something. Literally, it means like the fun point of something, like the attractive, like fun point.
The attractive point of something. And Komaeda's Tanoshimi. No, kidding.
Oh my god.
I know that's not the right
Lizzie. But it's often used like Tanoshimi shiteru, which is like I'm looking forward to something. Ooh, this movie theater though.
Whoa, it's so nice. What does that say in the corner? Naughty Bear.
What's that?
Right there, the graffiti.
Naughty Bear? Oh my god, is that a reference to Naughty Bear? You have no idea what Naughty Bear is. Naughty Bear is a game that came out I think 3 or 4 years ago for the PlayStation 3, where you are a stuffed bear and you just kill all the other stuffed bears in your town.
Sounds like Monokuma.
Like brutally murdering them with like all of their like stuffing coming out like blood and stuff, and it's like supposed to be really funny.
Okay, sounds like Monokuma.
I apologize for keeping you waiting. Omatase shimashita. World-famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monokuma 2.5D will be screening shortly. From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this 2.5D that sounds so... Couldn't think of something in the moment. Now then, please relax and enjoy the film. What?
出生率より死亡率が多い老人ばかりが住むど田舎に生まれたモノクマは
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates.
I wonder where we are right now. Cough, cough, Japan?
This music, though.
あ
What?
る日軍事演習中の攻撃ヘリコプター AH-64 通称アパッチの作る竜巻に巻き込まれてしまい
One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise.
Alright.
Oh,
Fine.
okay.
Cool.
モノミの国に飛ばされてしまいました
And was whisked away to Monomi's country.
Cool.
故郷のど田舎に帰って老人たちからことあるごとに小銭をせびりたいモノクマは
Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change.
何でも願いを叶えてくれるという魔法使いモノミに会いに行く旅を始めました
So he began his journey to see the wizard, Monomi, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. This is so strange.
I know.
その道中で彼は心強い仲間たちと出会うことになります
Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends.
脳みそがないモノミカカシと出会ったので自殺を進めた
Oh my god. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
This is, I think this is paralleling The Wizard of Oz.
You don't say. Wait, is that a... Wait.
That's like legit.
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
No, but like, I don't know where it's gonna like end up or like who's like the evil character.
Okay, I was gonna be like, it's very obviously paralleling The Wizard of Oz.
I know, but like, but I'm trying to figure out like how it's going to like differ, right?
Well, I mean, number one.
Okay,
you
it's
recommended
obviously
that she
not the
commit
same.
suicide?
It's obviously not the same. It's obviously not the same. But I'm wondering like where like the big twist is going to come to, right?
yeah.
Or like if there's a particular reason they chose like The Wizard of Oz,
Oz,
to,
as
like,
opposed to
parallel.
like another fairy tale, yeah.
Right. Monokuma met a Monomi scarecrow who is missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide.
首をつって死にました
The Monomi scarecrow hanged herself and died.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I was still thinking about when you were like, I think this is paralleling The Wizard of Oz. And I was like, well, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
途中で勇気のないモノミライオンと出会ったので弓矢で貼り付けにしておきました
He also met a Monomi lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows.
Arrows.
Why? Interesting.
Okay.
That might be
Sionji.
a reference
心の
to
ないブリキのモノミキコリと出会ったので
Huh?
total
バラバラ
stretch.
の鉄の塊にしてやり
Total
ました
stretch.
Okay.
But it might be a reference to the death of Saint Sebastian, who was applauded for his bravery and his courage, and was eventually executed by being tied to a tree and shot with arrows.
Oh. That actually doesn't seem too far-fetched.
Right?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. He also met a Monomi Tin Man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron. How is this route like?
Because think about like, it's supposed to be imitation murder. Or the murder imitates the movie, so I'm trying to see like if these deaths are supposed to parallel. Obviously, the first one, the scarecrow.
Yeah, like I'm trying to see how they're like paralleling, right? But
but-
I'm also wondering like why is that like the logical jump? Like, oh, you're missing like a heart? I'm just gonna cut
So
you
you
the
know
lumps of
slabs of
iron,
iron, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's what I'm wondering.
そしていろいろあった挙句魔法使いモノミのもとにたどり着いたモノクマは
So this doesn't look like the wizard at the end of the Wizard
No,
of Oz. This
looks
looks like the Wicked
Witch
Witch of the West.
Yeah.
After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the Wizard Monomi, the great and powerful.
なんやかんやで最終的にモノミをやっつけて
I love how they're
Are
like,
you kidding me?
once a lot of stuff happened, and then he met the wizard, and then eventually he just started beating the crap out of him.
What's funny is like in this sort of situation, you would think like eventually one thing led to another, and like they fell in love, or like they started like making out or something like that.
Okay.
That's like what I would when it's like one thing led to another. That's sort of the sort of stuff that like happens after that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
phrase,
after
you know?
one thing leads
But
to
it's like
another.
one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monomi.
最終的になんとなく彼女が支配していた王国を乗っ取りました。
Okay.
And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. And then used his power to go back to pestering the old people?
I guess so.
老人たちを下僕にしてかき集めた年金で優雅に過ごしましたとさ。
With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury.
This is such a Monokuma story. Oh my god.
This is such a Monokuma story. The end.
Okay.
And he lived happily ever after.
The end.
Okay, so thoughts. Obviously, the hanging parallels hanging.
Yes.
I'm
wondering
tied
if,
to the tree.
Yeah.
And tied to the
lamp, the post. And she wasn't shot with arrows, but she did get her neck cut, which I think is supposed to be
right. I don't
similar.
know. I don't know. Like, it's not even like there was like a bag on the head of the person who like hanged herself.
No, but I think that's just kind of like a hanging thing.
I don't know. And it's like kind of Inception-y, just like imparted the idea in the brains of the people watching or something like that. I don't know. That was weird. Man, movies are the best. That drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, 1 for each head.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me, Monokuma?
Monokuma!
I don't want to think. Are you
no,
kidding me?
no, let's move on. Monokuma.
Why did you do that? Oh. Now then, let's meet again at the class trial.
Bye.
Things I never needed to hear. Goodbye, bye, bye. Oh my god.
Bye.
I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe this situation. Oh my god.
Oh god. Okay, well.
That's a whole new level, Danganronpa. That's a whole new level. How was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call that a movie? But thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah. Just like you say, the characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in this case. Ibuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. Not just that, but Saionji's suspended body matched the lion's death, too. It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer is upset about that now? Or if the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Because we have all along been thinking that Saionji's murder might not have been planned.
Oh yeah, that's what we were thinking.
Right?
That's what we were thinking.
So like we've been thinking that was like accidental and like just kind of worked that way. Maybe it was a last-ditch attempt to turn something
that was like
into like, oh, this was supposed to be.
But
an
now
imitation.
it's like, oh, it's like an imitation murder. So
Yeah.
like everyone's gonna be thinking about that when in actuality it wasn't planned that way.
Right. Just it's kind of like a distracting factor.
A red herring.
A red herring indeed. Oh, I don't want to go back to the screen.
Yeah.
Hey, haven't you been listening to me? Invitation ticket is only valid today at the earlier time. You only have 1 chance to see it for free. By the way, if you want to watch it one more time, $1.5 million. You know the rest, right? That movie sucked so much. I don't know. I know I don't want to watch it a second time. Okay, I think now we can just head out.
Yeah, I don't really think there's probably anything else left to see.
Yeah, we can just leave. And if there is anything more to see, Danganronpa would tell us.
Yep. Okay, now do you want to go to the hospital?
Let's see, the hospital or the motel, whichever's first. I think the hospital's first.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let's check out what's going on in the hospital. We're gonna look in particularly Eva Keys Room, I think, right? Mm-hmm. Let's chat with Nanami. Sorry, Soda.
I feel like I haven't been here in a while, even though it's really only been a few days.
This is true. Okay, Soda. Hey, you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right? Yeah, so I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything. Didn't you get this from that shady-looking alley where all those machines were lined up? Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. And if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too? Oh, that's a very valid point.
What are you saying?
So Soda set up these 2 transmitters, right?
Yes.
But in any way, they just receive like waves, right?
Yeah.
So he's saying that these transmitters aren't unique. So there
Someone
could be
could've
other
made that.
transmitters in that same area that someone else could have broadcast a signal from.
Okay.
So the signal that was sent to this transmitter, showing Ibuki and everything, isn't necessarily the transmitter that Soda was holding on to on their end.
That was at the movie theater?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what
There
I was...
could have been other ones.
Yeah, or the motel, right?
No, it was
Is
at
it
the movie
motel?
theater.
Oh.
Or not the movie theater, the Titty Typhoon.
What, is that where it was?
I'm pretty sure that's where they...
Soda's.
There was the one that...
Did they broadcast from Titty Typhoon?
I think so.
Every day?
I think so.
I don't think
I
so.
thought that was their meeting place for when they were gonna go.
Is it?
Yeah, I thought that was where they agreed to have their
Oh,
meeting.
I don't remember. But regardless, what they're saying is there could have been another transmitter to send such a signal. No, that's impossible.
Never mind.
Never mind. Scratch that. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are only used as part of the same unit. The video that was filmed with the hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor. The video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor. But I left it like that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. I'm pretty sure you can tweak the, essentially the frequency of the waves being transmitted.
Yeah, to be able to, but I also feel like no one really has the expertise to be able to do that besides Soda.
Maybe. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast with it. However, I didn't just swap the cameras. I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. Okay, that's good to know. I'm wondering if it's like real. What's that?
We didn't get a truth bullet from that.
Oh, you're right.
That's interesting.
Wait, we should investigate the lobby first.
Maybe the bulletin board?
Or
the camera, probably.
Probably the camera. There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the receptionist desk. As long as the music venue's surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this. Or is it? I'm sure if we tried broadcasting, we could potentially transmit to a different transmitter if a different transmitter exists. Hey, Hinata, there's something I want to ask you. My bad. I'm sorry.
You first discovered Ipuku's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera?
Oh, I also wanted to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions.
Tell me, Hinata.
Nah.
Tell me.
Tell me why. Nice. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera unit. Strange video indeed. It showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging like there is now, but the whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There was rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that, there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away, a person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I don't know who it was because their face was covered, but now I know that it must have been Ibuki. We don't actually know that. We don't actually know that. She walked straight to the stepladder and without any hesitation. I think one indicator that it might not have been Ibuki is that we don't see her hair here.
Yeah.
She climbed that stepladder of her own free will, and then she grabbed that rope and that's all I saw. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something because the screen went dark all of a sudden and it wasn't displaying anything anymore. Yeah, I think there might be... She might have already been hanging behind the curtain, and this person walked up, and then the candlelight went out.
And then just removed the setup.
Yeah, and then just like pulled the curtain back and that sort of thing. Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions, so things can still show up even in the dark. The one I got from the machine alley was a really old model.
Huh, hold on. At that time, you said you didn't know the person wearing the hat bag was Ibuki, right?
Yeah? You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself. So you rushed over to the music venue to try to stop her. But I didn't make it in time. Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? Ibuki committed suicide? What do you think, Nanami?
There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder on her own, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt.
If so...
Hey, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way we'd be able to figure that out so easily. Oh, cute face.
Oh yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there.
What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden.
Because you said she wasn't smart enough.
Oh. She said the conference room, but why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Also, I might just be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset?
Dawes.
Ship. Okay, so interesting. That's gonna know. All right, let's check out the conference room.
Yeah, let's head up to the second floor with Nanami.
Yeah. In the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode back after a long time. It's
Happy New Year!
Yeah. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, all
Happy
the things.
holidays!
Happy holidays. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed your winter breaks or summer breaks if you're in the southern
hemisphere.
It's definitely good and fun to be back into Danganronpa and playing again. So if you guys are excited too, let me know. Hit the like button. Let me know in the comments below. Just type hype. I don't know. That's all it's gotta be.
Like and subscribe.
Please. But anyways, we'll see you guys in the next episode. But until then, this has been Midnight Zero.
And Lizzie.
And this mission is complete.